So my whole previous intro I just recorded was no good because there's no audio. I'm on yet another new computer. New-ish. Actually, it's probably the first new computer I've had in years and years and years, but you know, they cycle through computers at the office, and the one I had before is going to get cleaned up and fixed up and refurbished and be available for any new Drupal hire we need to hire. But it also meant transferring a lot of stuff, you know, a lot of my security stuff, a lot of my links, and also settings for things like Minecraft, which is probably the most important thing, I think. Anyway, you might not have an episode. Probably not going to have an episode the Monday after, whenever Monday this one happens at. Just because I'll be driving 1,000 miles, well, maybe like 550 each way, to head up to New England, for holidays. And of course, being a winter thing, that's the worst possible time for trying to do that. So I'll be driving with a rental instead of trying to fly or taking a train, which is ridiculously expensive for some reason compared to flying, which is very strange. And, you know, just so I have the flexibility of saying, oh, no, there's a storm, I'm going to go tomorrow instead. Of course, coming back is a little more hairy because I do have to be back by a certain time, and the weather will still probably interfere. But no, today I'm going to be working on the town, even though I said I wouldn't be, because I just felt like lying to everybody, you know. Actually, no, it's just because of the holiday. I figured might as well. Someone else said, just, you know, keep working on it. I'm like, okay, I'll do that. But I do need some glass because I'm doing various touch-ups around town. And let's take a look at how interesting our place is under the ground. There's quite a lot going on down there. Look at that. Ooh. Oh, this is a door I have to deal with. So, I'll plant that somewhere where it'll actually grow. Yep. I forgot what it was. What other things I said in the last failed. Whoa! God, I felt like I was gonna fall. Intro. I won't be doing a whole lot. Just touch-ups. I can say. Holy cow, look at them all. Hello. I haven't seen any new guys for a while. I think they hit their population limit. But, come on, load. What the heck? Jesus. The walls are having lighting issues. But beyond that, I've also worked on the walls a fair bit. And I have already gone on too long. So I'll talk about that in my next clip. I think we'll put a house here. It's a spot that needs a house. Town needs more houses. The sounds are really loud in my ear, but from experience it seems like they'll only just barely be audible to you guys, so I'm just gonna have to bear with it. So I was gonna show you guys a little bit of what I have done. So I made a discovery that was very unfortunate the other day. Can I see it from here? No. All right. One more. Oh, also, while I'm here, there's the map. It has changed somewhat. Let's see, what has changed? The walls have gotten much more filled out and texturized. And what I discovered was right there was a misalignment, and this wall was one block too short. So I literally had to move all the pieces up by one, then move this entire wall by one. And once I was on, and I actually moved the base of the tower, not the tower itself, but the base of that tower by one. And I was like, okay, I'm just going to keep going. And I did. So I made a little bit more. As you can see, there's an area there that needs to be fleshed out. But let's, for more visual version of the same, we'll go up here. I put pylons on. These aren't perfect. You can see I expanded their support structures to be a little bit more believable, but even with that, these parts here kind of bug me a little bit. But they do. You can't walk straight over them even though they're low, so that's good. But right there, that column of basalt right there, that wasn't there. It was just 3, 1, 3, 1, whatever. And then nothing. And I was like, crap. I thought at that moment I probably would have been done with this town, but somehow I came through and continued work. Here's the rest of the wall. I need to get a few more supplies to finish. All right, here goes a little bit of nothing. Shall we make the door here instead? So that means 1, 2, 3, 4. This goes all the way back. Now, yank some out. Whoa! Put in different stone, like so. Rhyolite will be sufficient, I believe. And I also want it in the corners. So, rhyolite here. Rhyolite over there. Okay, so I'm going to need some flooring. I think I'm going to try to do this cleverly, but we'll see in a moment. 1... Dude, at least I know that the God, friggin' English, don't need English at all. What am I saying? The testificates, at least I know they'll probably live here because look, they're already here and checking every little thing out that I do. Makes sense to me that this will technically be, as far as houses go, this will technically spend some of its time underground. So let's make another room back here. Need more pine wood. Need more pine wood. I think due to the strong nature of the stuff, I will be using rhyolite as a support system here. So what is that? That's 8. How about here as well? Oh, thou shalt not creak, oh chair. Do not creak. I think this will be a hallway back here. Leading to some side rooms. How does that sound, huh? Yes? Totally. More floors. More floors. That's the same stuff. That's not going to work. Yet another doorway. And actually, it's wood there, so I don't have to worry about that. Well, this is kind of interesting. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Then, boink. Look, it makes a little window. That's cool. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's nifty. All right, let's see. Put the side walls like so. Shelving built right in. I mean, why not, right? Whoops. Ooh. It's gonna have to go. Boink. So shall we raise the ceiling just the tiniest bit? Like maybe that? Yeah. A little bit more in the back room here. Let's see. Solids in the corners. And that's a corner, right? Yeah. And actually, crap. I need to make sure the floors match as well. Let's see here. I'm going to run out almost immediately. Thankfully, I have plenty of supplies. Actually, while I'm here, let's deal with the floor, which requires that I do this. Okay, that was easy. Excellent. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Out. Let's see. A few bit more. Very good. I'm so talented. Excuse me. And let's just do a little bit more. Dunk, 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 dunk. Okay, ceiling needs to be higher. A few bit more ceiling bits over here, like so. I'd still like that part up there. I think this to be solid up here. Whoa. Yeah, sorry, I moved out of the other room. I did the ceiling there already. So let's see. You know what? Since there's a wall there anyways, let's do that instead. Whoops. Instead of this. Oh, and do I have that? No. Do I have materials for... Yes, I do. Okay, excellent. There you go. Minor shelf. Nice, interesting ceiling. I need some... Oh, look. Tacite. Just exactly the right amount. Alright, so... Ooh. That needs work up there. The ceiling needs work. This back room, I think, is pretty solid. We'll have to decide what to do out here. Odds are I won't do too much. I'm almost thinking, though, since there aren't many gardens yet, there should be a garden on top of this. So I'm going to require a fairly solid roof, I think. Whew. Okay, well, first off, we need to provide ample flooring. If the garden's going to have any kind of water, we have to have enough... Oh, did I... Oh, good. I have more. We literally have to have enough to stop the water from leaking through. So let's do this much. And then we can sort of fake it a little bit with just a little bit more. Ooh, we lost our light source, though. We can have more on the ceiling or later, but for now, how about we do this all the way? Not, just this far. Ooh, dang it. We can have more textured stuff, but let's do this much. Man, that's a low feeling ceiling. And actually, I can go higher. So, how about we use a little bit more wood? Let's use oak. Like so. Give it a nice ribbed ceiling. Hey, look, daylight is upon us. Doesn't go all the way back. Perhaps then we should move these two. Go up against the wall here, and then have a twofer in the middle. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, crap. Wrong tool. Boink. There we go. Okay. And how about a little bit of pine as well? Get some texture differences. Like so. Do I have enough? Oh, yes, I have enough. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, crap. Bump. I kind of like the holes in the ceiling. That's kind of neat. I'm not sure where the lights are going to go, though. I'll worry about that later. So let's take a look up top. Apparently we're going to need a way up. Not that, though. Excuse me, or else. So that's not bad. We need dirt. All the way along. This sort of tells me that there'll have to be stone containment on the side here. We can have 3, can't we? I think we can. I'm going to have to find a way. Ooh, I ran out. How crazy is that to run out of dirt? Bear with me. We will go get more dirt. Derp, derp, dirt. Derp, derp, dirt. More dirt. You know what? Tools are upstairs. I need water as well. So let's do some of that. I believe I know where there's water. Good. And show me a tool. I seriously, what? Frig. I don't need much. Actually, I probably have everything I need already. So let's, so that's not going to work. Boink. Boink. Very good. Couldn't possibly need more than that. Get a little bit more water. Sorry for the delay. I guess you guys probably don't care too much. Oh, look, the tree's regrown. Very good. I've been sort of hungrily consuming pine trees lately. Oh. Don't want to spend all day on this one little thing. Nearly done, though. Okay, so did I lose my way up? Sort of. What can I do? Do you guys think I want to do like this? I don't know that I do. I'll worry about it later. For now, we actually need that. And the dirt. No more dirt, please. I'm going to have to go hunting for more rhyolite soon, it seems. Right, and... Alright. So now, presumably... Excellent. Sometimes the water can be a good thing. Yeah. No! Rhyolite. Right there. Okay. Enjoy the water, fools. Clear the way. Alright, so yeah, see, it's not linking. That's all very good. Back room's alright. A little dank. Back rooms, side rooms. They all look like they're in good shape. Roof. I need to deal with these parts. That means I'm going to have to go find some rhyolite. Or use something other than rhyolite. I probably could just get rid of this part. And use... Ah, frig. Use cobble instead. And that ought to do it. We are going to need some kind of path up to the top. Oh, so we'll just do this, I think. Doesn't quite make it all the way up. Oh, crap. Oh, well, I'll figure something out. It's just maybe this will have to go. Maybe it will, and then what we'll do is do the same thing on both sides. So like this, like this. That way, one can come in through a gate or something. On that note, oh, stink, I forgot to turn that into actual things. I thought it was already 12. Probably not enough, so I'm still going to have to go looking for some rhyolite. But I wanted it to be slightly different in texture. Yep, not even close. It's like 8 on that side. Oh no, 6. Shoot. That would happen. Means I'm going to have to go all the way back and get the tool again. Dang it! Next up, the window. I've already started a little bit, actually just prior to even starting today's recording. But it needs more work, needs more work. And unfortunately it means yanking out some of these corner pieces. So it's not going to look as good as it used to. But it's got to be done. So this. Whoa. This. Shall we? Screw it. Now, do we want to make the window fill in this area, or do we want to put it back the way it was? I think I'll let it fill it in. So here and here. Oh, yes, that's right. Sorry, this is a little confusing. Like so. That's better. So, we've got the purple from the other place. Probably the family color. I know it's in history it's a royal color, but in this case we'll just assume we're on a different world and those things don't necessarily matter as much as they used to. And instead this is all about the color of the town's colors, purple and blue. Squish. I didn't need those angles. How does that look? Let's whoa. You didn't need to see that. Let's see. Boop and boop. Okay. Sorry, the new machine, I don't know if I mentioned it or if that was in a deleted clip, but the new machine, good, thank you, is not perfect, is not set up exactly like the old one was, so I'm still having some button issues. Now, we should probably at some point decide, exactly what we want all this to have in it. I know we need to have sort of congregational area, and I'm thinking maybe should that be upstairs or downstairs, do you think? I emptied out a couple more rooms back here, but of course these don't necessarily, these are probably quarters or storage areas, maybe even catacombs. That's a thing to consider. Is there a block in the game that could be considered a coffin? Maybe it's just headstones. There aren't even statues in this game. Sometimes I wish this was a Dwarf Fortress, or at least this and Dwarf Fortress were merged. That looks better. That looks better. So we have that. We have a new house over here. I know, guys, we're visiting this while I was constructing it, but I don't know that they know it exists yet. We'll see. I fixed some doors up on the building up there. Apparently stairs above or below will prevent a door from being implemented. So there was that to consider as well. This feels like wasted space. Maybe I can do something with that. There's this out here. I don't know that this was going to stay. This little area is interesting, though. Maybe... I don't know. It wouldn't be secure necessarily to do much down here. But I don't know. Let's see. Let's go up here. I fleshed it out a little bit more. I planted an array of plants in a pattern, but it won't be obvious what they are until sometime later. I mean, obviously, one's already grown, but yeah, there's all that. What else? Should I even try to do any more in this episode? It's okay to have a shorter one, isn't it? I think actually there are people in the past who've told me, oh man, after 15 minutes my brain starts to wander. And I just have a very hard time hitting that mark. So, there's the town. It's very possible I'll keep working on it. I mean, all that area over there needs buildings. This area here needs buildings. This over here, I mean, we have all this investment we've made into a bridge. And as you can see, I started clearing stuff out over here. But, the town definitely needs more, that's for sure. And actually, let's go back briefly and look at the map. All right, here. So here we got the map. And let's see, function F1. Here we go. So there's the garden on top of the new house. There's that one in that cleft you can't even see. I'm just thinking, okay, I'm going to bring this back because that's actually not very helpful. Excuse me. This area here needs buildings. This area needs buildings. Gardens are okay on roofs, but it's not a gardening area, except maybe up here. I still have to decide what's going to go on up here. But there's still work that could be done outside of town, like, small wooden huts and actual agriculture area. I mean, they could fill up this entire bend, which would make sense, if you were going to build a town. So this would become more of a city, and what you have here is the inner district that's protected. Maybe even, if we have catacombs under here, maybe they could also act as shelters, in case of siege. Still, in case of siege, you might want growing capacity in town as well as storage capacity. I don't know that we have a building designated for storage. Okay. Well, I'm going to call it an episode anyways, but it seems like there is so much more that could be done. So even if I go off and work on my next project or previous next project, since I started it and then went to this one, I'll probably come back here and do more in the future. For now, though, I got to prepare for driving up north and going and getting food and wrapping presents and, I don't know what else, harassing the cat. But then, yeah, until next time, I guess. See you later.